Hi there, this is Datila, and welcome to It's Wrestling Time Post Show. It is Friday, October 18th, 2024, and tonight I'll be talking about Friday Night SmackDown. Let's kick things off talking about the Motor City Machine Gun. So, over the last couple of weeks, we've had some teasers, some units for a new tag team. And last week, Nick Aldis said that a new tag team would be debuting against Garza. And earlier tonight, we saw Nick Aldis welcoming the Motor City Machine Guns to SmackDown. So they made their long-awaited dirty debut in a number one contenders triple threat qualifying match. It was the Motor City Machine Guns versus Los Garza versus A-Town Down Under. Let me tell you something. It was so great seeing the Motor City Machine Guns inside of their dirty ring. My one complaint is that they changed their theme song. I understand. I got accustomed to hearing their TNA theme. But this was great. I thought that they had a tremendous showing. The crowd was behind them. And I'm excited to see what they do in WWE. I'm so excited. If you're not familiar with the Motor City Machine Guns, go back and watch some of their stuff in TNA. Also, they are going to be fantastic additions to the Dirty Tag Team division. And the Motor City Machine Guns were victorious. They defeated Los Garza and A-Town Down Under. So I think they had a fantastic debut, fantastic showing. I'm so happy for them. And if you're not a fan of the Motor City Machine Guns, I think you'll be a fan as time goes on. They're that great. One of the things I really liked is that Corey Graves put them over on commentary. He mentioned that they are 3-time former TNA tag team champions and your favorite tag team's tag team. So yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns have been around for a while, and I'm so glad that they're getting their chance in WWE. I cannot wait to see what they do and what they contribute to the tag team division. But this was great. Very happy for the Motor City Machine Guns. But if this is your first time seeing the Motor City Machine Guns, what did you think of the Motor City Machine Guns? Let me know in the live chat on the comment section below. Also, if you are familiar with the Motor City Machine Guns, let me know what you thought of their SmackDown debut. All right. So, SmackDown kicked off with the Bloodline. I should say the new Bloodline. They opened SmackDown and they were interrupted by Jey Uso, and I felt like this was such a perfect angle because, as we all know, on Raw, Jey Uso was scheduled to defend the IC title against Braun Breaker. And I feel like this segment helped plant the seeds a little bit. So basically, Solo asked Jey to acknowledge him, and Jey was telling Solo that he left it to do his own thing on Raw, and he became IC champion. And Solo tells Jey that he wants him to stop calling him little bro, and that's his tribal chief. So he does make a remark that the next time he sees him, it's going to be different. And that there's a reason they stayed away from the Girders of Destiny, and there's a reason they stayed away from Jacob Fatu. So I feel like this is planting the seeds of the Bloodline costing Jey the IC title. Because you remember this past week on Raw, Jimmy went to Raw to try to convince Jey to, help them take down the Bloodline, but he didn't want to. So I definitely see them getting involved, and I definitely see him losing, which will bring him one step closer to reuniting with Roman and Jimmy. And, because we got to start building to Survivor Series War Games. So this was great. I actually really like this opening segment. So we get the first number one contenders triple threat qualifying match. It's Pretty Deli versus Street Profits versus DIY. This is a good match as well. Complain we didn't get to hear the "Yes, boys." I like Pretty Deli, and I wanted to hear their theme song. It's kind of disappointed we didn't get to hear their theme song. That's just me, though. And this match had such an interesting finish because Montez Ford was pinning Alton Prince, and Tommaso Ciampa was putting Kit Wilson. But yet, Wilson was a legal man, so DIY ended up winning. So, like I said earlier, the Motor City Machine Guns won their qualifying match. So, next week, we're going to get DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns, and the winner will face the Bloodline for those tag titles. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be a fantastic match. We're getting the Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY right off the bat. That's incredible. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for that match. And I think the crowd was being a little harsh to Pretty Deadly. I think they were chanting, "You look stupid." So after this, we get an interaction with Jimmy, Roman Reigns, and Jey Uso. So Roman stops Jey from leaving. So like, here's a picture. Like they stop him from leaving, and then he tells Jey how proud they are of him, and they both are. So since Jey still refuses to join them, Roman told Jimmy that he told him so. So again, slowly bringing Jey back into the Bloodline, the original Bloodline, I should say. Nia Jax is on the phone with Tiffany Stratton, and apparently Tiffany Stratton has the flu, so she's not able to compete tonight. Now, I think the fact that Nia Jax thinks Nick Aldis is going to throw the match out the window, but he suggests to find a tag team partner. And that person ends up being Candice LeRae. We get Piper Nivens versus Lash Legends. This is actually a really good match. I enjoyed it. You know, I've watched a little bit of NXT here and there sometimes, so I know who Lash Legend is, but she looked really good in this match. I mean, when she picked up Piper Nivens, I was like, holy shit. But I wonder if that means Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend are coming up to the main roster because they keep showcasing them. So I wonder if Metaphor is done for on NXT. Yeah, just because I don't watch NXT weekly doesn't mean I don't know who Metaphor is. But this was great. Lash Legend is victorious. So, and even Bianca and Jade Cargill was shocked by the fact that it seemed like Lash Legend could pick up Nia Jax. We get another segment with Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns, and pretty much Roman says he's gonna handle this situation tonight on SmackDown. But one of the things I like about that is, you guys know Paul Heyman would always sit next to Roman. Jimmy was in that spot. It looked like Roman was like, "Whoa, what are you doing there?" But I thought that was so hilarious. But Roman reveals that he's planning on acknowledging Solo Sikoa tonight, just to kind of just put an end to this situation. We get a Cody Rhodes segment. No disrespect to Cody Rhodes, but I felt this was just your typical Cody Rhodes promo. He didn't say much, didn't say anything really of relevance. He just started throwing like a bunch of what if scenarios, mentioning Flair versus Bob Winkle, WCW's Goldberg versus what if Goldberg fought Stone Cold, Harley Race fought Bruno Sammartino. They basically inviting Gunter next week to SmackDown next week. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, this is just your typical run-of-the-mill Cody Rhodes promo. So we get a Kevin Owens video message, and we learn by this video message that the officials have told him to stay home and not to come to SmackDown because of what he did to Cody Rhodes at Bad Blood. He mentioned about how he can't get over what Randy did to him. He can't believe Randy Orton betrayed him and picked Cody Rhodes over him. And he ended by saying he doesn't know if and when he will be back. So I actually really, really like this. I like that they're they're putting consequences to Kevin Owens. I think last time that he came to SmackDown, they cut off the microphone because he wasn't supposed to be there. So I really like this. I'm digging this video package here. I thought it was cool. I think it was a nice little touch here. So Randy Orton wants Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel. But Nick Aldis tells him that he can't make the match because of someone. The orders are coming from above. And Randy Orton says he knows who he needs to talk to. So I wonder if he's referring to Triple H here. But yeah, so I wonder if Kevin Owens versus Kevin Owens. Oh my god. As a Kevin Owens versus Crown Jewel. I wonder if Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton is going to happen at Crown Jewel. I know Kevin Owens usually doesn't like to travel to Saudi Arabia out of support for Sami Zayn, but we'll see. If it doesn't happen at Crown Jewel, it'll probably happen on a SmackDown. Maybe that's the whole reason why KO is technically not allowed to come back because of the whole Saudi thing. Maybe he just we'll see what happens with that. I do definitely think Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton is going to happen. I'm not sure if it'll happen at Crown Jewel though. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. We get Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, and I actually like this because Melo is trying to tell Andrade to close his mouth and that nobody wants to hear him talk. And then just a brawl breaks out. And then later on we find out that for their 7th match, there's going to be a special guest referee, and his name is L.A. Knight. Yeah, that should be interesting because he doesn't like either of those guys. You get Naomi and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. This is an okay match. Candice LeRae and Nia Jax got the victory here after Candice LeRae hit the moonsault to Bayley. So that was not expected. I thought they were going to lose this match for sure. And at the end, we get Roman Reigns coming out to the ring and calling out the new Bloodline. Now, Roman does acknowledge Solo Sikoa, but Solo Sikoa tells him that's not good enough. He has to acknowledge him as a tribal chief. Now, I like how Solo says that Roman won't ever change, and he won't ever change either. Now, this is my complaint about the Terror Twins and Judgment Day, and this is going to be my complaint here too. Roman takes out everybody of the Bloodline single-handedly. Solo, Jacob, the Gorillas of Destiny. And he puts the Ula Fala on. But then you have Solo giving a low blow, and then that's when the Bloodline takes out Roman. It's 1 against 4? How is that possible? I get why they did that and why they do that, but still, 1 against 4, Roman took out everybody, and then the Bloodline gained the upper hand. There's a Bloodline supposed to have the upper hand from the get-go. There's 4 of them, and only 1 Roman Reigns. But I get it. So they hit Roman Reigns with the Samoan spike 2 times, and then they kind of just stand over Roman as he lays there. So, interesting way to end SmackDown. Like I said, I think they're slowly going to bring Jay back. I definitely do think the catalyst for Jay coming back to the Bloodline would be his IC title match on Raw. All right. So, let's go from a 1 to a Shawn Spears perfect 10. I have to say, I think this is an 8. I didn't really care for the Cody Rhodes promo just because I felt like it was all pretty much the same. And I liked Lash Legend versus Piper Nivens a lot better than I did Naomi and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. That's just me, though. Alrighty. So, with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And I will see you guys here Monday after Raw. Bye.